Pounders, happy Saturday night. Tonight, we're going to be flipping the Eliminator. And then we'll get into some mixed drafts after the first one. But I at least want to do one Eliminator. If you guys want to see multiple drafts tonight, we have the goal set to 40, 75, and 100. At 100 likes, we will do another best ball overlay giveaway for the following week. And we have to start this one off with the giveaway. We had, I think there's around 16 that weren't like influencers. I don't know what's going on here with the free space. If the free space wins, we'll figure something out. I mean, I could spin it again. I think we should. I don't see where the free space is. Crazy. We just give it to someone in the live stream right now. Be crazy. DMO, what's up, baby? Jared in the house. Nick, Who Hams, Bindles. The biggest edge in best ball. Who's it going to? Who is it going to? One time. I should have pressed shuffle. No way Albugs gets it. Hey, let's go. It's Chris. It's the Fantasy Football Garage. Congratulations, my man. On the Pounders. Gets a free month. We will be, I'll refund you a month after the stream ends. Hell yeah, buddy. Congrats, buddy. That is plus EV right there. That's about as good as the EV gets. The Eliminator, officially 4.8% full. Before the schedule came out, the bye weeks, it was like 2.9%. So there was a decent portion of people that drafted. I wish it was like 10%. That would have paid for some of the rake there. 3% is not really too much to impact, because what percent of those are dead based off bye weeks? It's probably pretty low. But 200K up top, 100K to second place. This is a contest that is all about pod luck. There's probably some edges we can take advantage of in the draft room with how we draft, the type of team that we are constructing. But oh my, this is the pod luck contest of the year. It's going to be fun. It's definitely straight up gambling. Like there's no way around it. The first room advance rate is 6 out of 12. The next one is 1 out of 2 all the way until a 3-seat final. It's ludicrous. Your chances of making it all the way there are very low. Very, very low. And if anyone had success last year in the Eliminator, let me know if you guys were in the finals. That was played out more like a deep field tournament towards the end of the year. There was still, a couple hundred, 200, if I remember correctly. It was still like a 200-team final. This one, you were playing this almost like a strict cash game, but you still need that balance of upside and high floor players to make it all the way through. Absolutely ludicrous. Sus made the finals. You did 0 tight end. Yeah, dude, I saw your 0 tight end builds. That's why you had like 2 teams left by week 6. May pod luck be with you. That's 100% it. It really is. It's the pod luck contest, but we have to play it. Like, the setup is too much fun. It's too much fun. We'll get probably pretty deep into your chances of making it to the money, where you have to hit to make your money back, right? You have to finish in the top, 96 to get back your 1,500 plus 500. You could obviously get a few teams here. So there's different ways to get there, but we have to. We have to play this. I love, and I don't know what it is, but I love the setup of the Eliminator. I think there are a lot of edges in this contest where people are making more mistakes than you would think. Just by drafting, this could be bye weeks, this could be types of players, right? So we'll jump in. We did one. Oh, we just insta-filled it. We got a bunch of people in here. Bry at the 2, Underzed at 1, King of QC at 3. These are all pounders. DMO at 5, King of Kings, Frank at 6. We if you guys want to get in the tip-off channel, any tier of the Patreon will get you in there. Sneak into our rooms. It's it's a lot easier when you guys don't. It's a lot easier if you didn't. Yeah, you're not really going to care too much about correlation here in this contest. And you almost, in this contest, it's more important to build your team from the back to the front, hitting those value pockets. Where are you getting that high floor play at QB, at tight end, at running back, at receiver, and building it that way. Oh, man, the gift that keeps on giving. He throws 5. Appreciate you, baby. Oh, my. He wins a month free, and he gives it right back. I appreciate you, dude. DMO, Charles, Kennedy, good googly, lurker. Good googly, lurker, exposed, thick brown line. What's up? What's up? What's up? Is that for dispatch? All right, we are definitely going. Oh, man, RBs. We're going Jefferson. We're going Jefferson. We're going Jefferson. RBs fly off the board in this contest. I do not want to make the same mistake I made in the first eliminator that I did. I got boxed. I tried pushing it. I just kept getting punished. The later the draft went, the more I got punished. And Frank was part of that punishment. He was in my room. CMC goes off at 6. I'm probably still going Gibbs there. Candyman is good, people. If you guys aren't following Chris on the YouTube machine, get on it. RBs are there we go. That's why Bry's here, man. You need one guy to push you some value at RB. Bry's that guy. Pepitone, what's up, dude? 4 more for a 30-second elim if you guys want to join it with Who Hams. It insta-filled. Genty at 11, Neighbors off at 12. Who else is there? Derrick Henry at 13. BTJ goes at 14. Let's see who comes back to us. Very curious. A 3-team final makes it so negligible to like want to correlate or pay attention to week 16, 17 stuff. It's so negligible. You only have to beat one person out each week, which of course, enough coin flips and your chances are extremely low. Frank and DMO, both with an RB start, could get punished here with a bunch of pounders in front of them. Could get punished. Who's it going to be? He goes Bucky. I'm okay with Josh Jacobs here. I'm actually okay with Josh Jacobs here. We'll bring in our first RB. I want to see my combos. I don't think I have. Not that this matters at all for this contest, but I'm more so checking for BBM. Yeah, I only have 1 out of 14 Jefferson teams with Jacobs, and this is part of the advantage of having the overlay, is just being able to scroll through that on the fly. And then what I could do is I could add both of these players and see, well, that one team that I have with both of them. Very helpful. It's got Garrett Wilson in the 3rd. In this contest, don't care as much. Ooh, what are we going to do here, King? What are we going to do here? I think we just do this. You gonna give me Trey McBride at 28. We're playing ball. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to make it work. We're going to make it work. I don't know how. Tight ends don't matter in this contest. That's what I've heard. However, Trey McBride at 28. We're just going to take that, which is going to turn this into 3 tight ends and 2 tight ends and 3 QBs. Most likely, because we're going to need to catch up at receiver and RB. Frank about to get pounded. He about to learn today. Goes Tyreek Hill at 30. Pretty good value on these 3 receivers for 2 teams that started double RB. Tyreek Hill. Depends how you build around him. You bring in a ton of receivers, he works. He works. Week 1 actually matters. Exactly. So the rookies should get penalized in this contest. I don't know how many people realize that. like Omarion Hampton's priced the same, right? So in a contest where week 1, week 2, week 3, all these early weeks matter just as much as week 17, which is a 3-team final, you need a good balance. Obviously, you're going to need some of those pieces that heat up later in the season, but yeah, there's different thoughts on elite tight end here, right? Because this contest, you could very easily tell me like, hey, this is the contest where you just focus winning the flex, and we know RB hits the flex more than receiver, so you should be going more RB heavy. But this year, RBs are priced up more. Do we dive, duck, or dodge this year? Which one's it going to be? I mean, some of these rookies are also priced up. I think Travis Hunter's price in this contest specifically is really bad. Yeah, Nick, I agree. Zach Ertz probably a very good value in this contest. I agree. You're going to want to monitor your bye weeks as well. Definitely. And there's some strategy. Yeah, Mixon, in my opinion, there's a clear tier break there. But I don't mind going receiver running back here. DMO. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? We're bringing in Kamara at 45, bye week 11, up in 6 picks. I don't think my receiver is going to go, so we'll just push him. But we're going to need to most likely go receiver, RB. That's how this team is looking. We're going to need value at QB. Again, stacking is nice, but it's definitely not mandatory. If you get that tight end that gives you a significant advantage on a weekly basis because of consistency, it can be a big advantage in this contest. However, last year we saw all the elites fail. And not only was it not an advantage, it hurt you a lot more than it helped you. This is an interesting spot. I don't mind Sutton here, to be honest. Bring in bye week 12, Cortland Sutton. Here we go. Building a balanced roster. Here we go. Skinny stacks feel like the way to go in a limb. I agree. It's positive correlation in season long, like regular BBM or puppies as well, because you're thinking of like ping ponging weeks or potentially advancing a low-owned Gibbs into week 17 because he busts, but JMO gets you there. So there's positive correlation between skinny stacks in both contests. Here, it's not going to be the same guy every week, so that's why it would be beneficial here. Nick, what's up, baby? Does it mean anything that Bowers was drafted way later, but finishes ahead of all the elite tight ends from last season's ADP? Well, definitely, right? That hurts the elite tight ends. It's like double counting it because he was such a good value and the early tight ends were so bad that those two definitely work against each other. Works in the favor of Bowers, that's for sure. 9th round Bowers last year. Jonnu Smith, Gesicki. And that's the thing. If you're going to tight ends, you are less likely to find that guy that is going to be a great value. And that's part of the anti-elite tight end. You're less likely to find this year's Johnny. You're less likely to find whatever, the Laporta from years past. A ghost nowadays. And you have the pressure of, if you take Trey McBride or if you take Bowers, you have the pressure of them having to finish as tight end 1 or 2 to be worth their ADP. I still like mixing them in, but I can see a couple sides of that coin. We're up in a few picks. A little decaf coffee with a little Bailey's. I'm going to need to get a beer after the stream. We're going to be ripping another one at 40 likes, I think I said. So if you guys want to get into another draft after this, I'll take any suggestions in the comments of what you guys want to draft. DMO, bro, a 1301. You got to think this is going to be a receiver. You have to think this is going to be a receiver. Oh! Let's just go roam here. We'll go roam at 69. Second bye week 5, guys. So we have to monitor 5s here from here on out. See what comes back to us. See what comes back. Myers Diggs is a nice double tap. I respect that. Way to catch up. Way to catch up. 3 RBs by O'Marion Hampton. Really nice. Really nice. Really nice. He goes Shakir. I think we're just going to go Godwin. Just going to go Godwin. Take the risk that he doesn't have to be fully healthy to be worth pick 76 early. He just has to be on the field. That's what we're looking for here. But in this contest, do I want to take a ton of Godwin? No. Here, I feel pretty forced to do it, though. I feel pretty forced. Ricky should have a pretty good early season by week 14. Obviously, a little plus EV there because you're way into the money. Could have been a Ricky click. Also depends on Ayuk's health. If you get negative news, Ayuk falls, Ricky probably rises, especially in the elim for those early week production. There's a couple working parts here. Try to think through it as we go. Does it bother you? Amari Cooper was round 3 last year, but now goes undrafted mostly. Man, Amari Cooper, the downfall of Amari Cooper It's wild to see that and Deontay Johnson in the same year. My finals team had Kelsey Bowers. I thought I had elite tight end covered. I was just wrong about who it was. Yeah, last year Kelsey was I had 1% Kelsey officially, but it was under $100 with like 9K of entry fees. I don't remember what I had for Eliminator. I probably had higher than 1% in the Eliminator if I had to guess, but yeah, that's all you need though. Smash on Bowers and he just goes off weekly, just gives you such a nice floor and ceiling, right? And someone that went in the 9th round is a huge advantage. Yeah, I've been not taking a ton of elite tight ends to start these contests. I have 11.5% Bowers. I'm actually catching up there compared to the big board. And then McBride, we're at 5%. But I'm going to take him when he slides to 28. If I don't take him there, I'll just have none. So is DMO on auto? He's got to be on auto. There's no way he's doing this. Oh, he's going to auto bake. This is tragic. I guess we go Kyler. Ooh. It's the Marv team. Who'd we rather? Let's go Kyler first. Let's go Kyler first. Marv's to the right. Maybe we should have. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Mike Evans is also to the right. Where did Bakey Bake goes, huh? With Amika. See, Amika, I'm not taking there ever in this contest. Mason goes. Bry. I didn't even see you till just now. You sneaky little snake. Luckily, we had a couple QB correlations here. We had to pick from Denver, Chicago, and Tampa Bay. So we feel pretty good about this. Stop at 2 QBs, Kyler and Caleb. Yeah, we punished ourselves at RB again. I know. I'm aware. Oh, jeez. Not the room to do it in, too. Not the room to do it in. We're going to have to, we'll obviously stop there. We're going to have to probably make this a, it's got to be 8 receivers. 2-6-8-2 is what it looks like. It's going to be a 2-6-8-2. Brockoff at 102. There goes Cam Scat. Kelsey, Najee. Sometimes you risk a Baker stack. Double tap. Yeah. Amika's a tough sell to me in this contest if you think about early season production, but he'll get mixed in. For this contest where, sure, you want that end of season, like super high upside that these rookies can give you. Every week it's a 1v1. Who knows? Godwin can get hurt in preseason, and then Amika absolutely smashes, and he becomes a player you need. But Jaden Higgins, I'd probably straight up go over Amika in this contest. Charbonnet off, Tracy off. Warren went at 87. Let's have a peek here. ADP is 92. He's someone that will start with the role, but do we see him keeping it through halfway through the season? I just kind of don't. I just don't. He's failed to keep it every year, so And that's when Najee was there. Now you bring in an exciting rookie with the burden off, Mims off. We need to go RB receiver here. You guys are so punishing, bro. We're going Stevenson. You guys can take the Jag. You guys can take the Jag. I 100% agree. He's gonna rise based off that coach speak though, where they say he's gonna be the starter. Like that's just because he's the veteran on the team. Nice little Drake May pull-in with Diggs. Bry with a 0.271. Yeah, no, we're not in a good space. Going Trey McBride. It was punishing. Here we go. We're bringing in Kirk. We're just gonna hope. And now we're playing hope. Hopium best ball right now. Get a different bye week there with 6. Matches Jefferson, but we're gonna need 8 anyways. I think we can recover this team. Stop at 2 QBs, stop at 2 tight ends, 6 RBs, which we're going to need. We're gonna need an RB on the way back around. Let's see who's there. W for Omega. What's up, baby? Watching my cousin Vinny, an absolute classic. It's been a minute since I've seen that show. It's been a minute. Movie, I should say. So used to watching shows nowadays. Keon Coleman, Hollywood Brown off. Yeah, you need a fine balance of upside though. Like you cannot just don't make the mistake of just going for like floor guys. You're going to run into someone whatever week 6 that's just going to put up 175, 180 points. You need to have a couple spike week guys on there to give yourself a chance. Nah, bro. Like this is a good question. Kirk over Keon because of build, or do you prefer Kirk in general? Because of build, because of the contest, and also I don't think Keon's very good. A lot of trouble with separation with Keon Coleman. You can go for you can sell yourself the story of like, oh, year 2 breakout. We just didn't see anything that would that would indicate we're gonna see a year 2 breakout from his rookie season. You would like to at least see something. Yeah. If anyone saw the perception, rough. A lot of red. Can't go up, can't go left. Can't go diagonal, can't go backwards. It's just, yeah. A lot of red. I don't mind taking him when I have Allen and making that bet that sure. Like let's play ball, but yeah, this was going to be a Garendo pick or White. So seeing both of those guys go here is tough. Staffy's a good value here. Stroud at 135 is insane value. All these QBs where they got them is insane value compared to where we got our guys. We're going Ray Day. Our first bye week 7 guy feels good. Feels good. Kraft at 142 is insane value. As his first tight end, Cook. Absolute cook, my man. Absolute cook. Here goes Bride with the slappiest pick in the Eliminator. Austin Eckler at pick 143. Tell me you don't want to win the contest without telling me in round 12. We got to roast Bry. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Let's go. We're bringing in Adam T here, bye week 14. It's only our second bye week 14 guy, and this is going to allow us to go a little more spike week heavy on the back end. Wandale goes to 149. Bryce says, I wanted Ray Day. Buddy. That's why you get the ranks. You would have known. You would have known. For $5, you would have known. You could have pre-planned. But instead, you went Austin Eckler. Right there would have been worth it. Trey Benson off. Yeah, there was no chance he's making it in the 160s. Yeah, some of these tight ends, like 3 late tight ends is... It seems like the way to go. It seems like the way to go. It really does. I'll split it with you, he says. No deal. No deal. Yeah, Lamar was so consistent last year. Allen was consistent. McBride was okay. If he had a few more tutties, it would have been a great year for him. But where he went in ADP, obviously he smashed. But it could have been crazy if this hit the median of where it should have been based on the catches. He probably would have been around like 5.5. I wanted QJ there, son of a, huh? Let's go Alec Pierce. Let's bring in a spike week cat. I almost went Lloyd with Jacobs. That would have been tragic. Would have liked Braylon Allen there or Roshan. Roshan goes super early, which, sure, sharp pick. Play ball. This looks like a Savion Williams team. Dude, no team looks like a Savion Williams team. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ah, man. RBs are, they just go so fast in these tournaments. This is only my second one, so we're still adjusting, and you can tell. And you can frickin' tell. You can tell we're still adjusting. All right. Ah, man, is this just Justice Hill here? It's not. We're done at receiver. We're done at receiver. We're going to last round pick a tight end. And we're going 2 RBs. We need to do another eliminator. We need to do another one. I can't end with this team. Yes. Yes. There we go. I have to earn the sub back on the next one. That's perfect. Savion, I love him, but not in the eliminator. Bro, Savion is like, he's like the opposite of eliminator ass pick. He's like, I'm going to get 5 touches. 3 of them are going to be on the ground. Like, one's going to be a jet sweep. Well, maybe like a weekly winner's cat. Roast me, Bry. You don't have to ask me. You don't have to ask me. How many snaps do people think Savion Williams is getting this season? I just don't. I don't see it. I don't see it. I'll have a few shares correlated for BBM, for weekly winners, but Eliminator, I'm probably not going to have any. 69 snaps divided by 17 teams. Bri, your team's already been eliminated. Tough. That's tough work. Oh, yeah. He's got Bryce Young and Michael Penix at QB. You fucked up somewhere. And you took Tajay at 122. You messed up somewhere. We fucked up too. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Is Brooks gone? No, he can't be. We just need Brooks to be better than Chase Brown in this scenario. Like he just has to be better than him for us to survive. I don't mind this though. Jacobs and Kamara are going to be hitting the lineup weekly. The thing is, like, on one bad McBride game, like, team's toast. One flat week at tight end and we're toast. Third round capital on Savion Williams, but in a wide receiver room that already just partially plays everybody. Let's go Corum. We're done at RB. Jacobs, Kamara, Stevenson, Ray Day, Taj Brooks, and Blake Corum. How much Kareem Hunt? I don't want any. I would just rather he got cut. Can we just ignore him? Is that possible? Can we just pretend like he's not there? I don't know. I would take the bet that I would take the bet on Elijah Mitchell over Kareem Hunt. So it's pretty gross. It's pretty gross. He was like the perfect pick last year in the last round for the Eliminator. This year, I don't know. Seems very, very gross. I'm Sub-Zero Hunt. Yeah, I think that's the only correct answer. Savion has a clear pathway too. Packers hate their wide receiver room. Dobbs, Wicks suck. RB behind Jacobs is weak. Well, Lloyd was hurt last year. The coach speak coming out of Green Bay is they're excited to see what he can do on third down, which is a lot more bullish than he's not playing due to injury. Yes, Savion Williams will take some of those carries away, but I don't know. I would just rather go my correlated Michael Wilson pick with my quarterback than just go random Savion Williams. So I don't know. I'm not there. What's up, Steph? Brashard Smith is probably the fourth running back on the depth chart as it is right now. That doesn't mean he will be to start camp or into camp, but I'm just waiting. I think he could just be a 0 right now, so I'm just going to wait for coach speak. If I have to pay a 16th round, I don't care. 15th round, I don't care. The difference is pretty negligible versus just drafting a 0 right now, and the eliminator is pretty detrimental to you. So, which like Blake Corum's probably a 0. Taj Brooks. The thing is, we drafted we need Taj Brooks to be the guy, just because of how we put off RB. I don't mind this. Plenty of viable tight ends left here. Oh, shit. What's okay? I was going to say all these guys have bye week 8. We'll go Conklin with McBride by week 12. By week 8, play ball. Call it a team. We need to do another one, though. That was that one didn't feel. And again, was there 6-pounders in this room? Like, I'm sure everyone's team looks a little tougher. Let's just have a peek because I'm curious now. These rooms do take a little bit to adjust to. I like our QBs. Like, we're very strong there. McBride and Conklin is good. Jacobs, Kamara, Stevenson, Ray Day, Brooks, and Blake Corum. Obviously a little rough at RB. However, at any point, we're going to have 5 of them, which is positive. We needed it to build that way because of just the capital spent. We at least need the advantage of the bye weeks, not having multiple on the same bye at any given time. Jefferson, Cortland Sutton, O'Dunes, Godwin, Christian Kirk, Adam Thielen, Alec Pierce, and Michael Wilson. You bring in a couple floor type plays. You're bringing a spike week player. A little correlation there between Michael Wilson and McBride. Making that bet on Kyler. Let's just have a quick peek at a couple of these teams. Underset with Bakey Bake and Drake May. Likely Freiermuth and Schultz is fine. Chase Brown, Kyron, Hampton, Algier, and Tank. I like the RB room. Chase, Hunter, Myers, Diggs, Amika, Trey Harris, Ray, and Nick Westbrook at Kine. I know you did this for the correlation with Baker, but I'm probably just skipping Amika there. You needed a receiver, though, so I get it. Gets Trey Harris at 120. That's pretty clean. That's pretty clean. But yeah, going very heavy RB, it's not like the receivers look like it's a sure thing. So again, the room, I think, is just a little tougher when you have this many pounders in it that dude, Bry, what happened? All right, we saw Bry's QBs. We could just skip to the next team. Judkins, Mason. Oh, bro, you're going to get the draft thrown out just with how bad you drafted, dude. All right, that's enough roasting, Bry. He went like 7 straight receivers and then still took an 8th. Man, I'm going to go get a beer for you, but I'm going to drink it. King of QC 2583, Allen and Herbert, very strong. Barkley, Walker, Aaron Jones, Tootin, and Dobbins. I like the RB room. You can have Barkley and Jones there for week 8 with wherever Dobbins lands. Conkey, Devon. See, this is where it's like, okay, very strong at QB, very strong at RB. It's like, damn, this team's looking good. Wide receiver 3, Shakir. Wide receiver 4, Downs. Higgins at pick 99. Here's a sharp pull-up. Keenan Allen, I think, is a great piece, especially for this team and probably for any team on the Eliminator, to be honest. Slayton, Restrepo is fine. Kraft at 142 is a steal. I like what you did at tight end. It's a good team. It's a good team. Obviously, wide receiver is a little shaky for upside. That's why I do like the Slayton pick. Maybe you get that spike week at the right time to push you through. We ended up with the 2682. We already covered ourselves, though. Screw us. TMO with Lamar, Bo Nixon smoking that Jackson Dart. I'm probably not going a third QB here. But let's have a peek. Bijan, Bucky, Chuba, very strong. Dave Montgomery, and Sean Tucker. His first receivers, Pittman, Bateman, Hollywood Brown, Romeo, Wandale, Quentin Johnson, Douglas. Yeah, you needed another receiver instead of this QB. Like, certainly your first receiver is Pittman. Obviously, leaning in to RB here to fill the flex every week. I like it. Besides, I think you forced the Dart pick. I know a receiver there is pretty ugly at the end, but it's probably what I would. Probably what I would did, DMO. But gotta give you props. You tried something different, dude. King of Kings with Fields and Purdy. Pitts, Henry, and Mason Taylor's fine at tight end. CMC, Taylor, Pollard, White, and Braylon Allen crushed it at RB. Crushed it. This is the most plus RB room too. Plus EV RB room with nothing before by week 9. Same thing at QB. Hill, Worthy, J-Mo, Ricky Pearsall, Burden, Keon Coleman. Yoshi Voss is good for this team. Calvin Austin. I mean, some weeks, this team could put up. This looks more like a weekly winners team almost with this start here. Consistency will be the biggest problem for this team. But you have a high ceiling. You definitely have a high ceiling, and this is very strong. So you only need 3 of these guys. It's a good team by Frank. There's no shock there that Frank drafted a strong team. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? What's the rake on this puppy? 11% rake's not too bad. How many likes did we get on the stream? And we are... Here we go. We're in. It was +1. And we get the 9 spot. Oh, Bry's here at the 2 again. King of QC. Nick Bach and NU Collector. All right. Frank is sharp, man. Or if it's Meg. It's Meg. Girl. We're doing another elim. We snuck in. I was going to send out the message, but just always believe if you get a 0 at QB due to injury, then you're dead. If you're getting a 0 at injury to Lamar, though, your team's dead anyways. So I don't think Dart saves a Lamar injury. Does it save a Bo Nix injury? Maybe, but like there's uncertainty there with like Bo Nix. With Dart, like when's he gonna start and all that. What is his floor? Should be pretty decent. A little bit of rushing upside, but I think drafting like you're right there at QB and leaning into your 2 QBs within pick 100 and then adding another receiver. But sup, K-Mize? Picking at 10 right next to us. Our little draft neighbor here. Oh, good. Little sandwich between Nick Bach and I. And NU Collector. So we got 3 pounders behind us, of course. And LOL Hot Dogs. This name's familiar, man. This name's familiar. 52 likes. You guys going for 75? Are we going for 3 drafts tonight? And then I said, if we get 100 likes, we'll do another Best Ball Overlay subscription giveaway. Frank, good night, man. Good draft. Get the heck out of here. Stop taking my guys. Nah, Frank is someone that you don't want to see in your draft room. Very strong. Very strong. However, the Eliminator, you just got to make it past 1 week, and then you just get reseeded. Just get reseeded. Don't hedge your own team. Exactly. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, we're doing it. Let's go Amon-Ra here. Let's go Amon-Ra. Yeah, just draft like you're right. Gibbs goes at 6 again. I don't mind Gibbs at 6, man. Don't mind Gibbs at 6 there at all. Gibbs, T. Higgs, pretty fun start. Gibbs, Ladd, also fine. Yeah, we wanted HN with that. Are we going to do the same? We're probably going to just make the same mistake. Yeah. Oh, man. Both by week 8. I don't love that. I think we have to do it anyways. Let's take the slide. By week 8's at least far enough out into the EV that'll pay off the lineup. One of HN or JT there is crazy work by the double RB bros here. It's okay. I'm going to punish you on the way back around, so just get ready. Get ready. The belt's coming. One sec. I'm going to grab a brewski. Be right back. Let's, while I'm gone, if you guys enjoy the content, hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell so you can get in these drafts with us. And slow down the picks so I don't miss one. Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't want Kyron. You don't want Kyron. He's going to get replaced. He's going to get replaced by Jarquez, man. Come on. Come on. Don't put me in RB hell twice. Don't put me in RB hell twice. Ah, no, I didn't look. I didn't look. He's by week 8. All right. This one's on the house. By week 8, this team is officially dead. Oh my. We're probably going to need freaking 7 receivers, and the last 4 can't be 8. That's what sucks. We just boxed ourselves. Interesting. These guys can't go RB. There's no way. There's no way. What are the chances? What are the chances? 3 separate teams. How many teams have bye week 8? I should have I have it screenshot on my phone. God damn. That's how you know you're not used to drafting the elims. There's 6 teams. All right. At least we get Mixon here at 6. Mixon's just a good value here, in my opinion. Could they bring in Woody Marks? Mistakes were made. You got Arizona, Detroit, Jacksonville, the Rams, Las Vegas, and Seattle. The only positive I guess I can say is at least it's the heaviest bye week. Other teams should have a lot of players on bye. There's a lot of elite players there that are on bye. And if we went Kyron, we still would have had a bye week 8 guy. So just would have been at RB. RIP. Week 8 is the only week with 6. Yeah. Is Bry cooking right now? No. Genty at 2. He's trying to get cute. I respect it. But then he went Hill at 23. Shit. We have to stop at 7 receivers, and none of them can have an 8, and that's the heaviest week. So that sounds fun. That sounds fun. We're going to need these discount QBs. The problem is all of our correlated picks have bye week 8 QBs. All right, time to hit the master plan. Hit the plane. It's over. Breece Hall, RB Hell. Yeah, it should have been a Breece Hall click. Obviously, in hindsight of the Devontae Adams insta-click there. I would have insta-clicked Kyron, same thing, without realizing. It's okay. If this team can get through bye week 8, could be cooking. And you still have to get there anyways. Money starts at what week? Does it start at 7 or 8? I want to say 8. Love the tweet today. Oh yeah, we just just put it all down on paper. Our little story, how we started on the YouTubes, how we got to where we are today, which is drinking beers on a Saturday night, drafting some fantasy football teams. Not too far. Not too far. Money starts? No, not 4. 5. 5 sounds right. No way. No way. It starts week 4? No. All right. I have to look. We have to do a full-on invest on this format. Oh my God. Everyone has a bye week 8 here. We need to go Waddle. Every RB in this spot. Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me, Underdog? Chill. Chill. Who does Waddle play week 8? And this is the other stuff you start looking at. Now you start looking at like matchups. Obviously, before you draft them, but chill. Slow down. Demont is an elim-ass pick for sure. Ooh, Dolphins got Atlanta. We'll bring in TP here. That's an easy click at 64 for us. All right, the recovery has started. Has anyone tried the Sam Adams new light beer? The American Light. Your cousin from Boston. 24K out of 196,000 is 1/8 of the field. Survive week 3 and you're in the money. Week 4 starts with 24,576 people. Crazy. Oh, I mean, this team, we'll mark it down for you guys. This one's making money. Week 4. I mean, okay. So like after 1 week, you do 150, you're down to 75. You do, if you're at average, let's say you're one team over, you go to 38 and then you'd go to 19. So it makes sense. It makes sense why it starts so early. Which is like depressing. Like when you think about it, you're like, oh shit. Oh shit. How many teams am I going to have week 6? You're hoping to have 4? Like, oh, that sounds terrible. That sounds awful. What's up, Dennis? How you doing, man? What week do you need to get to? And this is like, we're going to end up showing this on the overlay, which is pretty cool. So like, this is the overlay we had for the Eliminator last year. And it was a huge advantage. You would hover over the pool and it would show you the money, the payout. It dynamically counts your players on bye week. It tells you who's on bye so you can plan ahead. And before we had different advance rates per week. So that was up there. I told you the pool, how many people, but it's 50-50 every week. So we wouldn't need that column. And that is just right here, not blocking the queue. So sick. That'll be coming soon. Had it on the last overlay. We need to get the website out. And there is one fix I want you guys to know about. If you guys do have the overlay. If you go to completed and you're going to download your exposures, we have to remove. So extract teams is supposed to be on the last page. Extract exposures is right behind it. So if I click this, it's right behind it. Sneaking back here. So it's just going to be a little hot fix on the next update. Just know it's behind there. What do we do here? Bri thinks he's cooking, man. Stop, dude. You're not. You're not. Let's go read. Let's go read. All right, let's check out what Bry's doing. Genty, Hill, JSN, Hampton, JMO, Judy, Debo, bro. It's the year of the wide receiver, Bry again. May as well double down. I mean, after last year, you may as well double down. Let's see. NU Collector with a 0420 after a Neighbors Nico start. Probably done it RB there. He's like, okay, I'm just going to punish the room. If you're going to draft the receivers, I'm going to draft the RBs, which is sort of funny. Nick Bach goes Pacheco. And you collector in the 30-second room as well. We're just going to go Warren here at 5. It's going to be our second bye week 5 player. And that's where it's like, it'll just count for you dynamically as you draft them. It goes up. And then as you hit, if you hit 3, it turns yellow. 1 to 2's in the green. You wouldn't think it'd be that helpful, but it ends up being very helpful. Amon-Ra, BTJ, Adams, Waddle, Reed. Okay. The recovery starts. And we're going to try to get no RBs with bye week 8 so we can fill the flex at RB during that week. Again, you're praying you make it to week 8. Nick Bach thinks he's cooking too. No way. Henry, Achan, Allen, Evans, Kittle, Demont, Golden, and Pacheco. I don't know what you guys think is cooking, but Nick Bach going out in the first round. He's going out week 1. Does two joints count as a tool? It can, man. It can. You're not going to get the same results. I promise you. Weed is performance enhancing. Here we go. We need a sponsor now. We need a sponsor. Kyler off the board. So a good QB for us would be Love here. We can grab one of the bye week 8 guys, but Love, I wouldn't mind going 3 QB with Love, Waddle, Tua, and figuring out the last one. But if Goff comes back to us, it's going to be pretty hard to not click Goff. A lot of balanced teams here. 1-2-4-1, 1-3-4-0, 0-3-5-0, 0-2-5-1. If these bye weeks weren't so messed up, like if we just ignore that this is bye week 888, this team looks good. You just have to ignore that glaring issue here. So what's the payout for week 8? Someone figure out what the payout for week 8 is. There's obviously such an advantage to drafting late bye week players if the payouts start week freaking 4. Okay, this is just Goff here. If he takes Goff, I'm just going naked. I was just gonna go naked Baker here, so maybe still should have done it. I'm not 100% certain, to be honest. All right, we can do the math. So this is week 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get 100, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 is a 3-team final. Week 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry. Week 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And new collector absolutely scooping the value there on Bakey Bake. That's a clean take. 22 picks after ADP. I don't care if he's correlated or not. Like you're doing good there. That's just a good advance rate click. And when you're only facing one team, it's clean. It's absolutely clean. He goes Ingram. I sort of just want to go Mark Andrews here, but let's go Cam Scat with the bye week 14, get a 9-pick slide. Get a 9-pick slide. Up in 15 picks. Up in 15 picks. It's going to be a 3 tight end build. It's going to be a 3 QB build. So 3, 5, 7, 3. Eesh. I don't know if we could stop at 5 here. We're going to have to figure something out. We're going to have to unfuck it. Because right now, we're used to having luxury picks. We're not going to have a luxury pick this draft. And that does not feel great. Learn through my mistakes, my young ones. Jane Higgins there would have been fine too. By week 10. If we go Higgins there, that gives us 6. We can stop at 7 pretty comfortably. We're still going to stop at 7 anyways, though. Let's see what comes back to us. We need to figure out our QB2. Okay, well, that's pretty set in stone. We have a couple options, which are all good. The problem is, again, we're going to run into this bye week 8 thing. Just got to pray. Baker Bake fell 22 picks, so why not me? Why not I? Dude, that's it. I just turned this one into a commercial of why I need the counter here. Shit. It's too much. Tajay Spears off. Just saw Stevenson tune. Okay. They popped off too. Beshkan. Why not me? Why not me? Breathing. Don't be purple. Oh, dear. I was praying. Okay. We're back. We're officially back. Here we go. Yeah, the QBs are flying now. Just in time. Can we get another correlated pick coming back to us? No, we cannot. Yeah, I'm good. I'm still good with playing for this to advance past week 8 though. Just because of how heavy it's the biggest bye week, right? With 6 teams. So you're just basically counting on other teams having players on bye too. Let's go white. Let's go white here by week 9. We're going to need 3 tight ends anyways. I don't think it's going to matter for us. We're just going to go 3 dudes. That's it. We wanted Kraft. We're just going to go 3 dudes. F it. Jesus. Nick Box said he just got this year's Brian Thomas. Kyle Williams is more like Rashee Rice, in my opinion. A little dollar store Rashee Rice. Ladd and Jalen McMillan's. Yeah. The problem is like the ramping period, right? For some of these rookies. Now, Trey Harris has the easiest road to getting on the field the earliest. Mika's going to get worked in. A lot of 3 wide receiver sets. And we know like Mike Evans is only a 70% snap player. You have Godwin, you're hoping that he starts slow. But yeah, 3 rookies to pair with Golden. So you have 4 rookies plus Mike Evans. It's a tough sell, buddy. It's a tough sell in a contest where week 1, week 2, you need early production too. But you can come back. I believe in you, Nick. I believe in you. Yeah, late tight end does feel really good. You definitely don't want to be drafting receiver late. I'll tell you that for free. All right, there goes Tua. I do like this draft so far, playing decently well out for you. Let's take a peek at the 10 hole. CMC and JT brings in Marv and Jane Daniels with Addison and Rome. Caleb Johnson at 82, Ayuk, Charbonnet, Evan Ingram, T-Law, and Kyle Pitts. Wow, Justice Hill at 149. I'm not going to be able to get there. I'm just not on that level of thinking right now. I am not on that level right now. A 3360. Is this dude just on auto? No, he's correlating. He gone. Wave bye-bye. Wave bye-bye to Fergie Ferg. He gone. He might just be double 3, 4 rooms, and he's just queuing them up. This is Dallas Goedert. By week 9, it's going to be our second by week 9 player. This is Goddard. First of 3. First of 3. Tank Bigsby off. The question is, do we go Staffy if he comes back to us? Obviously, it'll be 2 players on bye week 8. Who cares? It'll give us 2 QBs by week 5, which isn't a bad dealio. We have the correlation with Adams. We might not even have to make that decision. Oh, yeah. Cedric Tillman's gone too. For me, this is like, yeah, let's go. Do we have to make this 2 QB thing work? I think we have to make it work. If anywhere, we might have to chill. We might have to chill at QB. We're going to need 1 more RB to this room. And we need 2 more receivers here. And we need another tight end. I think that's the way it's going to work out. If we go 3 QBs there, we have to stop at 5 RBs. Or, yeah, we have to stop at 5 here. Which doesn't feel amazing with Tony Pollard is RB2. If Tony Pollard's RB3, absolutely. I guess you could lean into Cam Scat, but I think he starts a little slower. I don't think he's just going to come out and have that lead back role. It's something that's going to take a little bit to earn over Tracy. He's going to have to earn it over him. That's the thing. Jaylen Warren will he's a good pairing with Cam Scat, someone that's going to have the early season start. So really good pairing there between those two. Little pro tip. If it works out the way we think. But yeah, I think leaning into these two QBs, and again, it's so many coin flips that you're just hoping you get flat QB weeks, the people you're playing against. Now let's see who the Lions have. Lions matchup week 5. They play the Bengals. That's ideal. That's ideal for the week 5 bye here. That is ideal. Jordan Love. Now let's go Green Bay. Play Pittsburgh. That's tough. Go Alec Pierce again. Again, we have some high floor type players. Let's get someone that can potentially spike into the lineup. Let's get someone that could potentially spike in. Ooh, where do you say the dollar auction player phase of ADP starts for you? It's like round 14, I would say. And I would say round 3 is like $2. There's a couple people in here that I like a little better, but largely it's round 13, 14, where it just becomes the same. This is just Marshawn Lloyd here. Bye week 5 again. It's fine. It's fine. We get a little correlation with Love, with Jaden Reed. And we only have 2 players on bye week 5. We're going to have Joe Mixon, Pollard, Cam Scat, and Rashad White. Happy with that. But yeah, that's probably where we want to stop. It's 1 player per position. 4 is still a little rough, but the price of the 4 isn't that crazy. Like pick 129, pick 184, pick 81, and pick 160. So like the draft allocation probably isn't wrong, although we have 4 on the same week. Bri thinks he smashed again. I cannot wait to see this mess of a team. We're 14 likes away if you guys want to rip a 3rd draft after this one. 14 likes. It might take a couple people on the Twitter machine to be the hero. Hit the link, sign into the YouTube account, and hit the like. We might need a couple heroes to see another draft tonight. Yeah, Nick's like, I want more Pat dollars. Man, these elim rooms suck. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like how it plays out with the RBs going early. However, it's just been like 1 pick off. Like if this is Kyron, I feel a lot better about it. If we went Breece Hall here instead of Adams, I think we like our team a lot more because we're still going Joe Mixon here. If NU doesn't go James Cook and Mixon, I guess. You just never know. Eesh. Oh, yeah. There's no way. There's no way, right? Yeah, this is just Tolbert here. It's our second bye week 10 player. All right, we're done it. We're done at receiver. Waddle, Reed, Alec Pierce, and Tolbert to cover week 8. It's a motley crew. It's a motley crew unless we want to go another receiver instead of tight end. What's up, baby? A few likes away from doing another one after this one. If you want to jump in. The Pat dollars have been free tonight, I will say. Although this is advancing out of round 1. So I'm sorry to those who miss out round 1. Joe Mixon, Pollard, Jalen Warren, Cam Scat, Rashad White, and Lloyd is an RB room. Goff and Love. I'm glad we didn't bring Staffy in on this team. I think we just go Conklin again. Could be Theo Johnson. I could be tickled into any of these guys, to be honest. Let's go Sanders. Let's mix it up. I wouldn't mind just stopping here, though, too, and just saying, hey, like these 2 tight ends are just good values to give you a decent floor. But who are we going there at? It would be a receiver, right? Who are we going there at receiver that we just think we're getting a good amount of points to make it worth it, right? Where the points above adjustment here, it's probably not going to be that high, even on a bye week. I think these 2 picks stand out. Ty Felton as a spike week cat. AD just grabbing 2 players on Indy. Ping-ponging weeks. I think some of that could make sense. Alec is being the wide receiver, the wide receiver 2 there or 3. So that's interesting. All right, let's see how many likes we're at. We are going to cover the teams that drafted with us just because I'm interested in seeing how people are drafting and building their limb teams. We're 10 likes away. 10 likes away if you want to see another draft. We could get there. Brian, the 2-hole. Fields, Tua, and Sam Darnold's a nice little 3 QB build. Why do people like rookies so much in this contest that the early season matters just as much as week 16? Like week 16 and week 1 are both 50% advance rates. So the early weeks are just as important. Now, I don't care about Genty or Hampton, although Hampton could start a little behind Najee. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. I don't think he'll start with a 20% workload. It'll be probably closer to 50-50 until week 4 when he starts taking over the majority. 2 in is fine, but like Dylan Sampson, Ty Johnson, I feel like he had to get another piece. Tight end strong, receivers fine. I like the receiver room. QB's fine. Bri, you forgot what contest you were in, my friend. Yeah, Zeus. I don't disagree here. I guess so like we'll cover my team again too, but I think AD would have made sense there. Who would you have gone at receiver to make it worth not going a third tight end there? How many points are we getting by going AD on this team that has Amon-Ra, BTJ, Adams, Waddle, Reed, Alec Pierce, Tolbert. We needed to cover by week 8. That was the biggest thing. We got to get Pat off the Tolbert click ASAP. I hit it pretty early into when the contest dropped after the draft and they didn't take anyone, but I don't think the Pickens really kills Tolbert at all. I think people are sort of overreacting. Last round Tolbert in the Eliminator, 17th round Tolbert, Pickens isn't someone that's going to come in and take 30% of the target share. It's just, that's not Pickens. He's going to spread the field. He's going to get 8 targets a game. And if anything, I think that helps Tolbert. A team that is probably not going to run a lot of 12. Can they trust their RB room? They might just have to throw a lot. Like Tolbert might just be fine at ADP. I think Tolbert's fine, especially in the elim. That's the way I see it. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. Not often. Burrow and Caleb Strong, Gibbs, Chase Brown, Mason, Ray Day, Roshan, and Wright. I like the RB room. But yeah, those RBs go quick. Ladd, DJ Moore, Ridley, Ricky Pearsall, Besh, Palmer, and Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen's clean. It's clean. Wicks over Tolbert, easy. I would have done Wicks over Tolbert if I didn't have 4 by week 5 players. I would have made it 5. So that is why we made that adjustment there, Stars. Would have been our 5th by week 5 player. Andrews, Chig, and Ferg. I'm good with that. I'm good with stopping at 2 tight ends as well. This is a well-balanced team, though. A well-balanced team. K-Mize in the 10 hole with Daniels and T-Law. CMC, JT, Caleb Johnson, Charbonnet, Bigsby, and Chubb with Marv, Addison, Rome, Ayuk, QJ, Pat Bryant, Yoshi Voss, and Tesla. I like the receiver room. Got a nice little mix. Now, Marv is the first receivers. Maybe a little shaky. Ingram and Kyle Pitts. Good with stopping at 2 there. Well-balanced team. I think maybe some of the pick, like you need Ayuk to be able to play pretty early on with that team. Couple, if he starts on the pup, like you might be crying, but you're gonna need obviously if CMC JT is an awesome start. So can just win you weeks alone. Nick Bach in the 11 hole with Josh Allen and Herbert. Henry, Achane, Demont, and Pacheco, all different bye weeks. Evans, Golden, bro. I like the Cedric Tillman pick. I like the Michael Wilson pick for this team. I don't mind Darius Slayton. Coker, we'll see. Kittle, Kincaid, and Juwan Johnson, 3 tight ends. It's solid. Just so much invested at rookie receivers where the early weeks you could just get eliminated. 3 more likes for another draft. I think we're going to hit it, boys. I think we're going to hit it. We're going to cover NU Collector and then my team. Bakey Bake and Bryce Young with Cam Ward. 3582. I'm good with the QB room. Look at that. 22 picks of value on Bake. Wasn't even correlated. Doesn't need to be. You're just playing one team every week except for round 1. Brees Hall with James Cook and K-Walk. And Connor and B-Rob. Very heavy at RB here. 2 on 8, which is fine. Neighbors, Nico, Cup, Burden, Hollywood, Tyler Lockett, Wicks. Who gave this man value at QB, the position he needed? This team's stacked. This team's strong. For the 12 spot, he cooked. You got to give it to him. He cooked. Receiver, you need shit to fall your way, but it's not like it can't. Kraft and Otten, I'm good with stopping at 2 there and just saying that they provide good value. You get the stack here. It's not a heavily stacked team, but doesn't need to be. 3-team final. All right. Nick Bach, I covered yours, right? Yep. And then ours, Goff and Love, leaning into those two middle round QBs, Mixon, Pollard, Jalen Warren, Cam Scott, Rashad White, and Marshawn Lloyd. All different weeks except for these two. Amon-Ra, BTJ, Devontae Adams, all in the same bye week. We fudged. Jalen Warren, Jaden Reed, Alec Pierce, and Tolbert. Goddard, Freiermuth, and Sanders. I don't love the Sanders pick. Do I like it better if it's Conklin? Probably a little bit for whatever reason. That's just probably like pick bias that I'm becoming a little pick blind. I can admit it to Sanders and maybe even Theo Johnson a little bit. So just try to get a little different in that regard. But we still don't spend a lot at tight end here. Receivers looks a lot better if this says freaking 9. I'll tell you that. If this says 9, this looks really good. The biggest worry for this team is by week 8, and it's only these 3 receivers plus Goff and Jordan Love. I think we saw is playing Cincy week 8, so not a bad matchup to have to cover for that bye week. It's also the heaviest bye week with 6 teams, so you just pray that you get put up against someone else that has a shit ton of bye week 8 players. Now, will they have this much invested? Probably not, because they're not dumb. However, here we are. All right. I think we may have done it. Ooh, we're 1 away. Sorry, guys. Logging off. Can't do it. Yeah, no, rules are rules. Rules are rules you're going to learn today. Rules are rules you're going to learn today. All right, jump in. +6. I don't know. Mine's showing 74. Oh, 73. Got to go to bed. Got to go to sleep. The 12-hole ran with it. Absolutely. 12-hole cooked. NU Collector meant business last draft. Here we go. It's a Pounders party. It's a Pounders party. Sus Edwards, Ben, Bry. Hey, Bry, share the front half of the board, my friend. Share the front half of the board. Nick Bach, Over the Rhine, Peppertone. Michael Moisen. This name looks familiar. We're just draft neighbors again. I think Joseph's in here too. We have a good amount of this room. Like too many of you guys are in here. That's why these are so hard. It's good. It's good. A man of the people. We try. Dude, everyone knows the first 2 drafts were warm-ups. That's the thing. I'm jumping into this pretty cold turkey on the elim. That was my 3rd one. So I don't mind the way the team turned out. It's just the freaking bye week 8's going to be tough. Here we go. Also, JT being pulled up to 15, HN. I just one of those. If one of those guys comes to me, we're on a different trajectory last draft. Pep says this is his first elim. You're going to learn today, my friend. You are going to learn today. All right. Amon-Ra goes at 3. Here we go. Bry's already pushing players to us. We love this. Barkley at 4. Jefferson at 7. Lamb at 8. Oh my God. Why not me? Why not us? Genty at 9. Couldn't be us. All right, cool. So Bry's only done 4. The first since the schedule's dropped. I did 0. I think I did 0 before schedule release. Just my hands wouldn't let me jump in the room and then still be able to look at myself in the mirror. Yes. I wanted HN there. Don't mind going up for JT, though. Bye week 11, pair it with Puka at 8. And we're off to the races. I guess there is something to say for maybe drafting teams that don't have a bye week 8 player, if that's the week teams are most likely to go out. Let me pull up. Let's pull this up on Discord so people can see this. Send. Let's send it to. Here we go. Select all, delete. Hold up. Wait a minute. Beautiful. Beautiful. Two elite QBs week 7. This is just, there's a lot of elite pieces here. Arizona with McBride and Marv. Detroit with Amon-Ra and Gibbs. Demont, J-Mo. These are early picks. Jacksonville with BTJ, with Travis Hunter, 2 picks within top 40. Rams with Kyron, Puka, Devontae Adams, Genty, Bowers, JSN, K-Walk in the 60s. I mean, there's something to say about building teams that don't have bye week 8. Just because you're likely to play a team that has investment at bye week 8, especially if those players end up being good advance rate type players for their ADP. I'll probably do a certain amount trying that strategy. Figure out what percent we want to do there. Let's see what the badge list does here. You gotta think this is receiver. Yeah, Rice. Oh, man. Oh, man. We'll go Breece Hall this time. See what the people behind us do. Bry with Amon-Ra, T. Higgs, and Josh Allen. Bijan, Chase Brown, and Garrett Wilson. We didn't get that massive rise out of Chase Brown. Like, sure, he was trending towards 40, I think, at the end of the big board, and now he goes at what, like 28, 29. So yeah, you get around. But was it worth drafting Chase Brown in the big board for that type of risk? Right? You were drafting him around 27, 28, and now he goes at 27, 28 after they don't draft anyone, and they could have drafted somebody. They brought in 3 of the top 5 RBs for a tryout. So pretty happy with that Chase Brown take, going 0 Chase Brown. Doesn't break our way this time, but it will one day. Okay, Mize, what you want to do, baby? What you want to do? Here we go. JT, Breece Hall, Joe Mixon. I said not today. We're not getting boxed out at RB. Not this one draft. I will win this one draft. This is my goal. You know what? I don't need to show off playoff brackets either. We don't really care about the correlation. Just turn it all off except for exposures. Pop it on one bigger for the people looking. JT, Breece Hall, Joe Mixon, Puka, all different bye weeks. This is how we cook. I don't know if I'll do 150. I'll probably stop at 100 again. I did 100 last year. I actually did 101, just planning on one getting canceled, and one didn't get canceled. It's also possible they really like Taj. We'll see. We'll see. I think Chase Brown got a pretty good run out. I think he got a pretty good run out. 75, baby. Shit. If we hit 100 likes, we're doing another best ball overlay giveaway. We're doing another overlay giveaway. And to enter that giveaway, all you have to do is leave a comment at the end of the stream. That's simple. Candyman won $30 of value this time. He's already subscribed, so he gets refunded $30. That's a W. That's a W. The overlay for free. I hear that's plus EV. Doing 101 for the cancellation is so big, brain, and then not getting it is a tough look. I just didn't want to look at 99 all year. I'd rather have 101, I guess. I also thought there was one team that could have gotten X'd out too. And didn't. Yeah, Brown 100% ran hot. He ran hot, especially with some of these RBs that went so late that could have destroyed him. And it was never about like the Bengals using a round 1 or round 2 pick. That was never the thought. But round 4, round 5 still would have punched a hole. We're in a good spot here. This is between Ridley and Waddle. Here we go. This one feels better. This one feels a lot better. Waddle goes next. I'm going to have 8% Taj. He's not, I'm not going to be underweight on Taj just in case. Last round pick. I mean, shit, even if Chase Brown goes down, like, you think they're running Zach Moss out there 100% of snaps? Like, ain't no way. Olave was going to be our next pick. Fungal. Is this where we just go? I want to go Pickens by week 10, but let's go 14 with Juwan Jennings. Should have the early season start hot too, which is definitely beneficial in this contest. Maybe he allows us to go some higher upside players that might take a little bit to get that role, and then they get really hot and carry you in the back half. Those are the rookies like Luther Burn and Amika would be the prototypes there. Makes us live for those picks. Also, if Pickens wasn't by week 10, like, we're smashing that. Definitely. Oh, I like that. I like Pickens as wide receiver 5 here. But naked Joe Burrow is tough. He did the 3 by week 8 thing too. This team's dead. You're dead. Sorry. I won't say it about my own team, but I'll say it about yours. The bads list. Yeah, no. Pickens is just a weekly winners ass pick versus a limb. But if he's your wide receiver 4, in this case, it's this guy's wide receiver 5, like, play ball, man. Play ball. He's going to spike in plenty of times. Eliminator is the only contest I consider clicking Juwan. I am right there with you. Now, I'm not going to say it's right that I have this little Juwan Jennings. That's in the big board. I'm not going to say it's right having this little Juwan Jennings. I actually have a little more here, 6%. It's tough. I want to be probably around 6% in BBM. It just depends on the narrative. What do you think? Does Ayuk start on the pup? We saw Ayuk start slow just because of sitting out due to contract negotiations last year, and He looked like ass when he returned. Now he's returning back from a season-ending injury. We'll see about the coach speak. The one thing that Juwan and Ricky have going for them is, I mean, Juwan over everything too is he played really well last year. So I don't mind having 6 to 8%. After seeing them not add anybody, pretty wheels up at his ADP. It's fine. Don't need to go overboard. B-Rob here by week 12 is interesting. Yeah, let's go B-Rob here. Let's go B-Rob here. We're stopping at 5 RBs. Potentially could stop at 4 here. We gotta see how the room falls to us. If we get a crazy value on a RB that we like in like round 15, we're just gonna take them. But this allows you to take a shot on someone in the round, whatever, 13 to 18 range, that guy that you love. And if you're right on that one guy and you pair it with 4 other strong picks, that's where you create a really strong team. Third and Juwan. Nah, he's fine. He's fine. After the NFL draft, I don't add anyone. I'm readjusting. If I'm going to fade Ayuk, because and this could change. This could change. If Ayuk gets good news, I'll draft him. If he gets bad news, I'll draft him. So I'm waiting on Ayuk. But right now, if I think Ayuk has a chance of getting bad news to start the season, I'm going to have I'm just gonna have some Juwan. That's all. That's all. That's it. What's up, Alex? How's it going? Did you say shot? Yeah, let's go. What are you drinking? What are you drinking? I already need another beer. There we go. 100 likes. We're doing a best ball overlay giveaway. And we're doing another draft, more importantly. This is draft number 3. We hit 100 likes. We do draft number 4. It's going to be tough, though. 22 likes away. We made a crazy comeback on the last one, so maybe you get the people from the Twitter machine to hop over. We have 141 watching. So technically, the Twitter folk can get the job done. The Twitter folk can do it. What are we doing for QBs? Staffy, Ward, Purdy, Love. I like the combos we have. We can just go with value if one falls. I don't mind going to naked QB that I think is just a good value too. Have to change the thinking in this contest away from deep field tournaments, away from like I need super stacks. And is that stuff good? Yeah, for ping ponging weeks. So you want to do it where you can, but like Geno Smith in this contest is just a good advance rate play. If he stays healthy, he plays all his games along with if every other QB stays healthy, like at his ADP is a good advance rate play. God damn. That's badass. That's badass. I'm not there. We're on just brewski number 4 here. We'll get it after our 2 picks. Which if I'm getting another beer, that means you got to hit the like. We got to do another draft because that means another beer on the next draft. Okay, this is not ideal. It's probably just Purdy here for us. Let's just wait and see. Teams to our right. We have, ooh, man, the 1-4-2-1. Interesting. Let's go, Purdy. I could have pushed it around the corner, but I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Which most certainly means all three of them are going. That's exactly what that means. Derrick Henry, Demont, and Connor Strong with Bakey Bake at QB. Golden, Higgins, there's 2 rookies. Evans, Marv, and Nico. All 3 are going. Nope. Do we go Mims here? Oh, tough sell. We're going Andrews. We're going Andrews. We'll push off receiver a little bit. We'll push off receiver. Andrews plus Pat Fry, and we're stopping at 2. Andrews plus Ferg, we're stopping at 2. I kind of want to gain that last pick back, and that last pick will be spent at RB most likely for a 5th. We're gonna have to spread the next couple picks at receiver and QB though to recover here. Damn, disbanded Brotherhood just popping it like that, huh? Couple tequila shots and an IPA. Now, did you in a double IPA? Now, did you crush the double IPA, or you just slow sipping the double? That's what we gotta know. I'm ready for where's the Dalmatian? I'm ready for the Dalmatian $100 tournament. Drew, you're not taking it down this time. Your year's gone. You got to pass the trophy, pass the torch. Pass the torch. Shout out to Drew. Man, we put out a big post. I don't know if you guys saw about how we got started on Underdog. Drew is our first ever guest, besides the 2 dudes that I started the channel with, who just, I had more time than them, and they just kind of trickled out. Shout out to Johnny and Tyler. But Drew is our first guest that was off the radar, and he was just a member in the community who wasn't a streamer. And now he's one of the favorite guests that comes on the show today. But we went through some of the guests that we've had on, and what episodes and how long, just the journey here. Fun post. No promo. Didn't promote the Discord. Didn't promote tonight's stream. Didn't promote the overlay. BestBallOverlay.com. Biggest edge in best ball. Promo code Pounders. I didn't do that. Steph made the post. I made sure. Oh, this is a Keon team, isn't it? Gross. Gross. It feels gross, but it is. It feels gross, but it is. It's gotta be. Scoot, what's up, man? We're doing a 4th draft. I've lost track. Yeah, we're doing a 4th draft at 100 likes. If you guys haven't hit the like already, go down, slap the like. If you enjoy the content, I appreciate it. Subscribe. Doesn't mean you have to do it. See, that's why I didn't push Purdy. Because I try to push love here. And we get dicked. But guess what? He's going, I know what he's doing. So it's smart. We can't even blame him. This is a spot where we should have gone love. Tough. We put ourselves in a shit spot now. Pick 154. All right. We're stopping at 2 tight ends. And we're going to just hope to push. And we could get punished. We most likely get punished. Let's put it that way. Why can't I find where this player is? Where's Devontae Adams? Is he? Oh, fuck. He's at 41. Burrow. Oh, he's got 3 QBs. If there's a will, there's a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Adam T off the board at 141. We could just lean into these 4 RBs if we had to. We could lean into these 4 RBs. All different bye weeks. We just got to see what's going to add the most points at the end of the draft. If we don't go Njoku here, we're probably going Adam Thielen, which, like, I don't know, feels mediocre at best. The thought was to get Cedric Tillman on the way back around. This is why we have him pushed up in the ranks. We don't have ranks on for a limb because it's a different CSV, but it's where we have him. Yeah, I knew what you were doing. That was sharp, man. That was sharp. Yeah, dude. That's all day. I need Over the Rhine to chill, and I need Epic to chill, and we're good. We got to get by 2 people, in my opinion. No! Oh, man, we got Stafford. We got Staffordized. We got absolutely cooked there. We just have to go naked to it here. It just is what it is. Especially after Gino goes there. God damn, we got cooked. Stafford's just a good advance rate click. Like, his ADP would be higher than this, in my opinion. He'd probably be going in the shit. He'd be closer to JJ McCarthy, in my opinion. And his ADP is 154. Would have been nice to get him at ADP. And that's where the struggle was with Njoku. If I don't go Njoku and I don't go Adam Thielen, it's Stafford, but it's Stafford at pick 135. Doesn't feel awesome. 21 picks before ADP, 19 picks before ADP. Tough. It was breaking well until that moment. We need a third QB here. Purdy 2 and Cam Ward. Oh, well. We're 14 likes away from doing another draft. We have 4 rounds to go. It's possible. I've seen bigger comebacks. But I've also seen, Celtics game 6 down by 30 in the second quarter, not come back. So I've seen that as well. We've seen both sides. Stafford over under 24.5 tutties. Is that what his over under set at, or is that just a random question? I would shit. If he goes over that, he's going to be an insane value. So first thought says go under, but let me check Oh, shit. We got a 70% profit boost. We got to use that pick 'em. Let's check. Little mute there. Pro mute. No biggie. You're welcome. It is set to. It doesn't have it. No, I don't care about week 1. I want to know the whole season. It is set to. No, this is week 1. That might just. Where are you getting that, George? Where are you getting that? Let's go lock it. Let's get some dust on our team. Why not? Why not get some dust? Ah, man. We're probably done at RB. I think that's what has to happen. We're done at RB. We're done at tight end, and we just stack this team with receivers. But do we need 9? I think we're going to end up liking this team at the end of the day. Just I think Stafford makes all the difference instead of Tua. Who knows? Who knows? Could just get lucky. JT, Brees Hall, Joe Mixon, B-Rob, Puka, Calvin Ridley, Juwan Jennings, Reed, Keon Coleman, and Lockett. 2 players on bye week 10. Everything else is diff. 7 and 9 with Andrews and Njoku strong. That's 2 on 7. It's 2 on 9. Pretty well balanced. You need 11 receivers. Get the fuck. This is Yoshi Voss every day of the week. 3 on 10. I don't really mind it because we're going to go another receiver too. If we get to bye week 10, we're probably happy anyways. We have 2 picks left. Last round RB, I would say, and another receiver. Yoshiva should be going earlier than 194. That's for sure. You're telling me like Wandale's pushed up the board to like pick 166, but we're not going to move Yoshivas at all? Same thing with Michael Wilson. Like Wilson flies up the board. He gets like a 20 pick rise, but Yoshivas. Okay. That's fine. I'm not going a piece to correlate Tua. Like I don't. In this contest, I don't care about correlation really. I want it where it makes sense. Obviously, pairing Staffy would have been sick with Puka, but can't blame him. It's his second QB to pair with Jalen Hurts. Like that's just like a great QB2 pairing. Staffy or Geno Smith. Does he have a Miami piece? No. Goddamn. Feels like overs is a gift. Yeah, George, I can't see the over-unders. For whatever reason, Underdog does not they don't let us do season long in Massachusetts. Like it makes no sense. It makes no sense. We can do regular pick'ems, but we can't do season long NFL pick'ems. I wouldn't do them anyways, but I at least want to just see the lines. I just want to see the freaking lines. Whatever. Are you happy? Are you happy, Massachusetts? Are you happy? The QB room is fine. Could be better. Jalen Wright goes. Backup plan. Hit the backup plan. Who do we want at receiver? Let's go AD. 8th receiver, let's get someone that can spike in. Also want to get away from bye week 10. That would have been our 4th receiver by week 10. Yes, correlated, but probably better to get away from that with already having 2 as well. And let's just go a low-owned piece like Sean Tucker or like Keaton Mitchell. Shoosh. Yeah, Bri, I can't wait to see this failure of a team. I cannot wait. The dude hasn't advanced out of week 1 yet tonight. It's been a tough go for Bri. We went with the 3 QB build. Purdy, Tua, and Cam Ward. JT, Breece Hall, Joe Mixon, B-Rob, Sean Tucker. This team's just win the flex, right? And then you're just hoping you don't get paired against like the elite QB build that goes nuclear. You're just hoping for flat weeks for your opponents at QB. Win the flex. Puka, Ridley, Juwan Jennings, Reed, Keon Coleman, Lockett, Yoshi Voss, and AD. Mark Andrews and Njoku still pretty good there at tight end. I like it. Not the Sean Tucker snipe. No way. No way. Winning the flex, baby. That's the name of the game. That draft just get insta-canceled because of Bri. Sus with Bo Nix and Caleb at tight end. Warren, Pat Fry, and Mason Taylor, all different. Bye weeks. Bucky, Al, Tootin, Bigsby, Eckler, and Jarquez. I'm good with it. Brings in double Jacksonville. I don't hate it. If ETN gets moved, like you're absolutely cooking. Chase, Hill, Smith, O'Dunes, Debo, Alec Pierce, and Tutu's fine. I don't see Tutu this year, but I could be wrong on Tutu. He just couldn't get on the field last year, which is kind of worrisome. I know he got paid, but someone that really didn't flash. Fields, Michael Penix, and A-Rich. Bijan, Chase, ETN, Jerome Ford, Giddens. Yeah, the RB room's a little tougher here. I mean, you're leaning into your top 2, which is fine. Garrett Wilson, DK, Godwin, Pittman, Hollywood Brown, Cedric Tillman, Michael Wilson. That's why. Double elite tight end's tough, especially for this contest. I was wondering where the picks went. They're both there at tight end. Nick Bach in the 5 hole with Lamar and Drake May. Nice little combo. Henry, Chiggy, and Jawan. 3 tight end build, all different bye weeks. Gibbs, Jacobs, Harvey, Garendo, and Justice Hill. I'm cool with that. Tet, Judy, Pearsall, Cup, Amika, Kirk, Dobbs, and Wicks. Yeah, you definitely needed all 8 of those guys. It looks like a well-balanced team. Receiver also looks the worst, but very strong at RB, hopefully. Strong at QB, hopefully. And move along. Over the Ryan, I think he went naked. Yeah, he ends up going naked. Staffy just as an advanced rate piece, which I think this is actually very sharp. This is what I would do if I'm building my teams back to front, is I'm targeting Staffy or Geno anytime I need a panic QB. Hurt Staffy. See, just because of the bench risk. Like you think about the bench risk, if you pair that in with their floor, with their upside, it's really, they go so close to like Sam Darnold, to Bryce Young, some of these other QBs that have a little more risk. Just makes them even a better pick, in my opinion. But hero RB build with CMC, Mason, Sharp, Spears, Ray Day, and Benson should be strong at receiver. AJ Brown, Flowers, Addison, Diggs, Mooney, Leggett, Knoll, and Coker, Trey McBride, and Sanders. It's okay. Peppertone, the 7-hole, Daniels and JJ, Hawkinson, Ingram, and Likely Strong. I'm probably stopping here with those two. But Likely could spike in over those guys, so I don't hate the Likely pick. K-Walk, Pollard, Swift, Roshan, Shipley, and Elijah Mitchell. I don't mind that click. Pairing the two Chicago pieces, maybe you get Roshan to take a couple goal line tutties, I guess would be the thought here. So grabbing both the players in the backfield. Don't love it, don't hate it. JJ, Drake London, McLaurin, Mims, Besh, McMillan, and Tolbert. It's good. I mean, you started strong at receiver. You take a little break. Mims, Besh, McMillan, Tolbert. I like the Tolbert click for this team. I'm not clicking a ton of McMillan, so maybe there's just a little player take difference there. Besh should be fine. Early season, he should be okay. Not a ton of competition there. All right, K-Mize with the 2682 Kyler and Jordan Love, Strong, Kraft, and Goddard. Yeah, we got hit at the turn on the Lovecraft stack, which was sharp. Achane, Cook, Pacheco, Tracy, Javante, Dylan Sampson. Good there. Nah, I don't think it's happening. 11 likes for 100 likes in another draft, and also a best ball overlay giveaway to anyone that comments on this video afterwards for the start of the next live stream, which is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Adjust the ranks with Billy Jones. It's going to be a pod style draft, so make sure you hit the bell for notifications. This is just going to be good ride to work talk, as well as mowing the grass, whatever your cup of tea, or listen to us live. We're going to be talking about the schedule. We're going to be talking about the risers and fallers in BBM over the last week, how much they've risen, how much they've fallen, how much further can they go. But it's always nice to get a little direction on the weekly risers and fallers. Every Sunday, myself, Billy Jones, he brings the charts, he brings the visuals. All right, back to it. Neighbors Worthy, Waddle, Olave, Keenan Allen, D-Hop, Pat Bryant, Tesla. Interesting. Kraft and Goddard, cool stopping at 2 there. I don't love Worthy in this contest just because I think his floor is super freaking low. I like your next 2 picks. Keenan Allen, you took a long break from receiver, but I like the click. Definitely an interesting build. It looks pretty well balanced. Maybe just a couple player take. I'm probably just never taking D-Hop, which maybe that's just me being pick blind to it. Did I skip over you, Bri? That's because I thought it just didn't have you advancing automatically. I got you, dude. I got you. Bri thinks he has a chance. He wants me to read his team out. Josh Allen and the Goof, Chuba, Stevenson, Algier, Dowdle, Marshawn Lloyd, Blake Corum, sick. You have 19 points combined with all 6 RBs in week 1. You have 19 total points at RB week 1. You could use all 6 RBs. Amon-Ra, T. Higgs, Sutton, Myers, Shakir, Burden, Joshua Palmer probably stopping here. Jonnu and Ferg's fun. I'm throwing this at RB for sure. For sure. You just have so much more investment receiver. What does Ray do for this team? Like what does Ray do for this team? Throw it at RB, man. Like you went hero RB build around Chuba Hubbard. You need him to be your hero. Yo. Other than that, it's fine. I like structurally, I would just want another RB instead of Ray there. And I'm also probably not going too many of these builds this light on RB. I think the minimum I want is like 2 by Swift right now. It's a tough contest to run hero RB, but if you're hitting I think Stevenson's a good player for this type of build. Algiers, like a strict handcuff, you're gonna get some change of pace points from him. Like I like him for the elim because he's not completely dead as RB2 on the team. Like you're gonna get like 125 to 160 touches, which is good. But as RB3, it makes my eye go up a little bit just looking at it. Not bad though. Not bad, Bry. Bakey Bake and CJ Stroud, Strange, Gesicki, Schultz. 3 tight ends, 3 dudes. 3 dudes just hanging out. Henry, Demont, Connor White, Braylon Allen, Jaleel, Nico, Marv, Mike Evans, Golden, Higgins, Rashad Bateman, and Slayton. I don't love Marv for this contest. He got a little fall on him, though. Golden, I don't think I'm going to. I don't know how much I'm going to have in BBM, but in the elim, I will have very little. Very little. I like the Bateman click for this team. Slayton's fine. The capital looks right to me, though. So regardless of player takes in this contest, the capital looks good for Joseph. I'm not even sure if he's in the live stream. His name looks familiar. He might be here. That's it. Guys, I'm going to be drafting in the Discord tonight. So jump into the currently drafting section and come say hello. This is where all the pounders hang out off stream. There's, I believe, over 500 of us now in the Discord. So bunch of sickos, bunch of helpful channels. If you want to fill like a high stakes draft, currently drafting +8 puppy, and it fills very quickly. So it's more beneficial than Twitter, in my opinion. I appreciate you guys coming out. Drop a like on the way out. Here we go. Here's the currently drafting section. A little visual. But appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed the content, hit the like on the way out. Hit the sub. We're on the road to 3K. And I'll catch you tomorrow with Billy Jones at 10 a.m. Have a good night. Pounders.